All right, welcome to Daily Spend. I just want to do a quick video because I found this unintended feature in working with the Daily Spend system, and I hope you guys are using the system every day and changing your whole perspective on your finances and your control of the finances. But me and working and developing the system, I tend to find little tidbits that I didn't even realize are useful, and this is one of those. It's actually extremely useful. So let's go over here to the final reconciliation. Usually we want this to be zero. We want the spend column to offset the balance, to create our cash after bills, to create our daily spend. Okay, and so this has to be zero, or if this is not zero, then this is going to be incorrect. And so we want to make sure that that is always zero, or we've missed a transaction somewhere, and we don't want to do that. We want to make sure our daily spend is accurate. However, in this case, there is one case where we don't care that it's off just a little bit, and that is in the case of a refund. Now, with so many purchases being done online, you are constantly able to get a refund, which is great, and it's quick and easy. Sometimes it comes through after the transaction has gone through, or sometimes it just drops off because it was only a pending transaction and they didn't put it through their bank, so it doesn't go through your bank. This was a case where I had an experience with a purchase I made at Amazon. It doesn't reflect these numbers, but it was something else. But just for example, the Amazon purchase was an inaccurate purchase, was an accident. They have that one-click purchase thing, and I hit it by accident, and I went, oh, man, I didn't mean to purchase that. The cool thing is with Amazon Prime is you can go right in there and say, hey, in your orders, and say this was an accident. And they're like, okay, no problem, we'll refund your money. So this actually is the charge that I'm talking about is a pending charge in my account. It's probably just going to drop off. It won't even need to be refunded. But when I put my balance into the balance right here, it does not reflect the fact that I haven't considered this a transaction over in the spend column. So it's saying, wait a minute, your balance is $62 lower than what you're telling me it is, and therefore your daily spend is going to be inaccurate, albeit not by much, but it's going to be inaccurate. But the thing is that in most cases you do want this to be zero, except in this case, and the reason why is this. At some point, that either that pending transaction is not going to go through, or they're going to refund your money, and then you'll have to, it will offset there. And you can either enter in the debit and the offset refund if you want, which is probably a good case. So you always have transactions to track. Or if the pending drops off, it's just not going to be there anymore. This balance will change to $62.01 more when you put in the new balance, because the pending transaction fell off. This will go back to zero, and your money's been refunded. Now, if you go down 2 and 3 weeks, 2 and 3 pay periods into it, and your transaction transition is still showing this 6201 balance, and you haven't got your refund yet, and you need to go check up on that. Now, how many times? Not many. I'm pretty good with my finances anyways, but I'm sure there's, especially if it's a small purchase, you just won't necessarily go back in there. This purchase I'm talking about, it's not this one. It was only like $11. Now, I'm not going to go back in there and make sure I got refunded for $11, but using this system automatically tells me, hey, that $11 hasn't been refunded yet. If I still see it two pay periods from now, or next pay period, or whatever, or even this pay period, because they didn't reflect it in the transactions, therefore in the balance. So it's a great utilization for check and balance of all your transactions. And if you don't have a zero, this is the one case where it's a good thing, because you want to make sure you get refunded before you get that reconciled back to zero. Again, if you have any questions, just email me at damo@dailyspend.net. I will go through this with you. I'll get on the phone with you, and I'll help you institute it and get it working. But this is just something that was unintended, but is just an amazing feature in terms of making sure all your online purchases, if they get refunded, actually do get refunded. Okay, thanks so much. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you soon. Bye.